Good morning, children. I am Ramamani from Dodadvara High School. Today, in this class, let us discuss about 8th standard second language English. In this class, let us discuss about, let us learn about the poem The Axe in the Wood. The Axe in the Wood. The Axe in the Wood poem is written by Clifford Henry Darmont. Clifford Henry Darmont. Before going to the poem, we learn about the poet Clifford Henry Darmont. Yes, here the Clifford Henry Darmont is a British poet. Clifford Henry Darmont is a British poet, and he was also a good critic. He was also a good critic, and he was the editor, and he was also worked as a journalist, Clifford Henry Darmont, he was born in 1914. And he was died in the year of 1971. Okay, mostly Clifford Henry Darmont, he wrote on the countryside. His popular literary works are Railway Game, Strike or Curly, and The Axe in the Wood. His literary works are Railway Game and then Strike and Curly, and The Axe in the Wood. Okay, in that, The Axe in the Wood poem is very popular. The Axe in the Wood poem is very popular, children. Okay, here you know that nowadays we are facing so many problems for our surviving. Everywhere we are seeing the buildings. Everybody were interested to construct their own houses, and therefore for that sake we are all cutting the trees. For our furniture's sake, for our buildings' sake, for our so many other things. Okay, as a fuel also we are utilizing the wood. Okay, therefore for all these reasons we are spoiling our forest wealth, This poem tells that we have to save the trees, because trees can't grow within a short time. Trees can be grow in a long period of time, because it can live for more than 100 years, like that, centuries and all. So therefore we have to protect our trees, and we have to keep our environment clean, and we should get good air for our breathing and for our surviving. This is the intention of the poet here in this poem. Okay, this is the intention of the poet in this poem, children. See, here before start the poem, see, here we can see this. We can stress this point. The poem is about harmful effects of poaching, and the indiscriminate cutting of trees. See, harmful effects of poaching. If we cut every day like this only the trees, means in future days, for our future generation, we have to show the trees on computer. Okay, we have to show the trees names and about the trees for our future generation. For our kids, we have to show all those things from the computer only. We never in the stage to show the real trees and real wealth and real forest. Okay, so therefore we have to protect our trees, children. Okay, then now I will read the poem, children. This is the poem for you, children. You have to memorize this poem. For the examination sake, they will ask you memorization of the poem. Quote from memory, they will ask you. Okay, so first of all I will read the poem. Afterwards I am going to explain it to you. Okay, I stopped to watch a man stride deep and yellow jets went spinning in the air. And I remember how I liked the sight of voice and rhythm as the bright axe swung. A man who fells a tree makes people watch. For glory seems to crowd upon the axe. I know the answer to the chance reproach. How old the tree was and how dangerous. How it might fall, how timber in a stack had more good in it than a growing tree. But I saw a death cut down 1,000 men in that tall, lovely legacy of wood. In that tall, lovely legacy of wood. See, beautifully, how beautifully narrated by Clifford Henry Diamond. See here in the textbook they have given a picture to you. See, a strong person holding axe in his hand. See, a strong person holding axe in his hand, and the tree's branch is there, and here the people just there watching how the strong man was cutting that tree. But nobody is in the stage or is in the situation to tell that that person, don't cut the tree, please stop doing your work. Nobody, they are willing to say, but they are not ready to say, because if they say something, that person will listen or not. This is the situation in nowadays. Everybody, they are doing like this same thing only. If it happens, I told you already, in future days we are in a stage to see the trees and different sort of trees only in the pictures in the computers, children. Therefore the poet is telling, and the poet is stressing that we have to save the trees. We have to save the trees. Okay, and then therefore only in English language we can see one petition, that is, save trees, save lives. Save trees, save lives. Save trees and save lives. Save trees and save lives. If we save trees, our lives will also save. Okay. Now I will start my explanation. Okay. I stopped to watch a man strike at the trunk. Here the poet is expressing, here wherever the I word will come in this poem, it is none other than the poet Clifford Henry Diamond. Wherever the I word will come in this poem, it is addressed to whom? It is addressed to poet Clifford Henry Diamond. See, I stopped to watch a man strike at the trunk. See, I stopped. ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಮರವನ್ನು ಕಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಐ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಟು ವಾಚ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಟ್ರಂಕ್. ಆತ ಬಂದು ಮರದ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಇಂದ ಟ್ರಂಕ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬುಡಕ್ಕೆ ಕಟ್ಟನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನೋಡಿ, ನನಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಯಿತು. Of a tree grown strong. Why the poet is not intention to cut the tree? Because, see, of a tree grown, ಆ ಮರ ಬೆಳೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದಿನ ಎರಡು ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. of a tree grown strong, ಆ ಟ್ರೀ ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೆಳೆದು ಹರಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ, ಹಬ್ಬಿದೆ. through many centuries. see, many centuries, ನೂರಾರು ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ, ಸಾವಿರಾರು ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಬೆಳೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಮರವನ್ನ just within a minute we are going to cut the tree. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅನೇಕ ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಬೆಳೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮರವನ್ನ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಹಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಯಾವ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಆ ಮರವನ್ನು ಕಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋಯಟ್ ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ತಡೆಯುವಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಈಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, his quick acts, and then the poet is describing about the that person's acts. Okay, that person's acts. See here, his quick acts. ಅವನ acts ಹೇಗಿದೆ? ತುಂಬಾ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಶಾರ್ಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Forcefully it is coming. Okay, acts sharp and glittering. ತುಂಬಾ ಶಾರ್ಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅವನ acts. And then glittering. Glittering here means bright. ಹಳಪಳ ಅಂತ ಹೊಳಿತಾನೆ, ಶೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಅದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಸಾಣೆ ಹಿಡಿದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಶೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ ಡೀಪ್. ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ ಡೀಪ್. ಅವನ ಆಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೀಗೆ ಮರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಡೆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಡೀಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ ಮರದ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಡ ಕಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And yellow chips went spinning in the air. And yellow chips went spinning in the air. ಅವನು ಮರವನ್ನು ತಂದು ಆಕ್ಸನ್ನ ತಂದು ಮರದ ಬಳಿ ಕಳೆದ ನಂತರ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಚಿಪ್ಸ್, ಆ ಮರದ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆ ತೊಗೋಟೆಲಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಚಿಪ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಹ ಏನಾಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಪುಡಿ ಪುಡಿಯಾಗಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮರವನ್ನು ಕಡಿದಾಗ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಹ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ ಅದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಾರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ. ಚಿಪ್ಸ್ ವೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಏರ್. ಆ ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಹ ಮರದ ಇದು ಹರಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ದೆನ್ and I remember how I liked the sight. And I remember, here, remember, this sentence ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, then what is the opposite word children? Remember, forget. Okay, remember, forget. I remember, the word is telling that I remember, and ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿದೆ, how I liked the sight. How I liked the sight. ಹೇಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ದೃಶ್ಯ, SIGHT, sight means ದೃಶ್ಯ, ಆ ಸೀನ್ ನನಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು. Of poise and rhythm as bright as a swan. See, of poise and rhythm. See, here poise means stable and balanced state. Here poise means stable, stira and balanced state. Balanced state ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, poise and rhythm. When that person is cutting the tree, in that work, in that flow, the rhythm we can observe. Okay, ಒಂದೇ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದೇ ರಿದಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ ಮರವನ್ನ ಕಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. As a bright axe is swung. Again the axe was very bright and it was swung. The swung. Okay, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಹಾಡು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೆಯೇನೋ ಅನ್ನೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಅದರ ಒಂದು ರಿದಮ್ ನಮಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. A man who fells a tree. See, a man who fells a tree. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಮರ, ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಏಜ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮರ, ತುಂಬ ಏಜ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮರದ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಮನುಷ್ಯರ ಮರದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದು ಆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದುಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು ಒಣಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಭಯ ಸಹ ಇದೆ. ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಹೂ ಫೆಲ್ಸ್ ಎ ಟ್ರೀ ಮೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಾಚ್. ಜನ ಬಂದು ಬಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಜನ ಸಹ ಒಂದು ಮರ ಕಡಿತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಗ್ಲೋರಿ ಸೀಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕ್ರೌಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸ್. See, for glory seems, glory means fame, prize. See, glory means fame, ಕೀರ್ತಿ. then prize ಅನ್ನ ಹೊಗಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೊಗಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, because he is doing the good work ಅನ್ನೋ ಹಾಗೆ. But children, we have to remember that ಆ ಥರ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಮರಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಡಿಬೇಕು, but not in a good trees. ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೋಮ್, ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿವೇರ್ ದ ಲೇಔಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ house constructions and all. So therefore we are not seeing the trees anywhere, okay, anymore. Yes, next here I'll continue. For glory seems to crowd upon the axe. I know the answer to the chance reproach. See, I know the answer to the chance reproach. Chance means avakasha, ಆಯ್ಕೆ. Okay, reproach means blame. Again ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ, ಸಿಗುತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಈ ಥರ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಬೈತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಅಂದರೆ ಮರವನ್ನು ಕಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಸೇ ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಶುಡ್ cut stopping the tree. Okay, and then how old the tree was, we should observe first. See, ಒಂದು ಚಂದ ನಾವು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು how old the tree was. ಆ ಮರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಳೆಯದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. and how dangerous, ಎಷ್ಟು ಡೇಂಜರಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಪಾಯಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ ಆ ಮರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. and how it might fall fall. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಆ ಮರವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹಾಗೇ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬೀಳಬಹುದು, ಹೇಗೆ ಯಾರು ಅದರಿಂದ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಟ್ರಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌ ಟಿಂಬರ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಕ್, ಹೌ ಟಿಂಬರ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಟಿಂಬರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಟಿಂಬರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? ಈಗ reproach means blame. Okay. Yes, timber. Timber means wood prepared for use in building, carpentry, etc. Timber means wood prepared for use in building, carpentry, etc. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ವುಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಆ ವುಡ್ಡಿಂದ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಹೌಸ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಪೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ಸ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸಹ ಒಂದು ವುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿ how old the tree was and how dangerous, how it might fall, ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಟಿಂಬರ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಕ್, ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಒಂದು ಟಿಂಬರನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೀ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. had more good in it than a growing tree. See, had more good, ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒಂದು ಟಿಂಬರ್ ಅದೇ ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. in it than a growing tree, ಇನ್ನು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮರಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೋಲಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒಂದು ಟಿಂಬರನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. but I saw death cut down 1,000 men. Okay, we can get the timber from the wood after cutting, but when the tree was cut, we can see the thousands men's death will happen like that. Okay, here the poet is comparing a tree to 1,000 men's death. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಮರವನ್ನು ಕಡಿದಾಗ ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಸತ್ತಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ through trees we can get the wood as well as the good beautiful air for us breathing. ಉಸಿರಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಸಹ ಈ ಮರಗಳಿಂದ ಸಿಗುವುದರಿಂದ ಮರಗಳನ್ನು ಕಡಿತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸಿ, ಬಟ್ I saw death cut down 1,000 men in that tall lovely legacy of wood. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮರವನ್ನು ಕಡಿತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಮನುಷ್ಯರನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವೇನೋ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೊಂದ್ವೇನೋ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಒಂದು ಭಾವನೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಯೆಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಸಿ ದ ಪೊಯಮ್ ಹೌ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ narrated. Okay, the axe in the wood. See, the legacy means here, legacy means, see, something handed down by predecessors. Legacy means something handed down by predecessors. A gift left by will. Okay. Yes, this is all about the axe in the wood poem. Here we can see some of the important words children. That is strike. Strike means deliver or inflict a blow on. Deliver or inflict a blow on. And then trunk. Trunk means the main stem of a tree as distinct from its branches. The main stem of a tree as distinct from its branches. Okay, and then glittering means shining. And then sight means view seen. Sight means view seen. And then poise means stable and balanced state. And then glory means fame, prize. And then here swing means move or cause to move with a curving motion. Then reproach means blame. And then stack means a pile or heap. And then legacy means something handed down by predecessors, a gift left by will. And then chance means caused as a casual. Then elegize means to prize very highly. These are all the difficult words we are going to see from this poem, children. Okay, then we will come to the comprehension part of the poem. We can see some of the difficult words here. Okay, in that the first question is what words in stanzas 1 and 2 mean? What words in stanza 1 and 2 mean? Means 100 years or seen. Which one? It means 100 years, centuries. In stanza 1 and 2, the poet is telling the tree was old than centuries. The tree was old than centuries. And then we'll come to the second question, children. Make a list of all the words that are used in the poem to describe the acts. See the second question again. Make a list of all the words that are used in the poem to describe the acts. For that question, see, acts as described as a quick acts, sharp acts, and glittering acts, and bright acts. Here 4 words they have told for the acts. The first one is quick, sharp, glitter, and then bright. Repeat one more time. Quick, sharp, bright, and then glittering. These are the 4 words they have utilized for describing the acts. Okay. And then the third question. Read the following words. Which are the words then? Trunk, axe, wood, timber, tree. Trunk, axe, wood, timber, tree. See, which word does not fit into the list above? Which word does not fit into the list above? Strike it out. They are telling, first strike it out. That word is a axe. Because see, trunk, wood, timber, tree. These 4 words also belongs to tree only, but this axe is, we are going to use that axe to cut a tree. Therefore, that word we should strike it out. Okay. And then the next question. What did the man strike the tree with? For that question, the answer is axe. And the second question, who were watching the sight of the man cutting the tree? For this question, the answer is people. Here the options are given like this: women, people, woodcutters, children. Women, people, woodcutters, or children. Here the people will be the answer. And then come to the third question. What did the tree look like? Here options given like this: small, strong, weak, dry. For this question, the answer is the tree was look like strong. Tree. Okay. And then we'll see 3 main question answers. Okay. Who do you think I refers in this poem? You all know very well that who is I refers in this poem. I told you in the beginning itself. Who is refers I in this poem? Poet. Who is that fellow? Poet. Here poet is Clifford Henry Diamond. Yes. And then come to the second question. Why do you think the poet stopped? For this question, the answer is the poet stopped to watch a man striking at the trunk. Striking at the trunk of a tree with an axe. The poet stopped to watch a man striking at the trunk of a tree with an axe. And then the third question, which line tells us that the tree is aged? Which line tells us that the tree is aged? See here, the answer is how old the tree was. How old the tree was and how dangerous. See, how old the tree was and how dangerous. This line tells us. This line tells us that the tree is aged. This line tells that the tree is aged. And one more question. Does the poem mean that cutting a tree is a huge loss for human beings? Does the poem mean that cutting of a tree is a huge loss for human beings? Which line supports your answer? Which line supports your answer? Yes. See the answer, children? Yes, it is a huge loss for human beings. Here huge means a big. Huge means a big. Okay, big. Here it is a huge loss for human beings. This is understood by the lines. This is understood by the lines. Cut down 1,000 men. Cut down 1,000 men. Yes. And one more question. The fifth one. Do you think the poet wrote this poem while the tree was being cut? Do you think the poet wrote this poem while the tree was being cut? Support your answer picking up the relevant line or lines in the poem. No, the poet did not write the poem while the tree was being cut. Understand the answer, children? No, the poet did not write the poem while the tree was being cut. The fifth and sixth lines reveal this fact. The fifth and sixth line reveal this fact. And remember how I liked the sight of poise and rhythm. How I liked the sight of poise and rhythm as the bright axe swung. As the bright axe swung. And then sixth one. Do you think the poet has made his intention clear to the reader at the end? Which lines support your answer? For this question, yes. The poet has made his intentions clear in the end. Yes, the poet has made his intentions clear in the end. The last two lines of the poems, support the answer, but I saw death cut down 1,000 men. I saw death cut down 1,000 men in that tall, lovely legacy of word. Tall, lovely legacy of word. Okay, and then ultimately and final question. See, what message does the poem give us? What message does the poem give us? See, the poem gives us the message that people have many reasons to cut trees. People have many reasons to cut trees. It might fall as it was very old. It might fall as it was very old. It had more good in them. It had more good in them than a growing tree. It has more good in them than a growing tree. The poet compares the death of the tree is equal to the death of the 1,000 men. Okay, here the poet compares the death of the tree is equal to the death of 1,000 men. Okay, so therefore children, we have to keep it in our mind that at least we have to cut one tree means we have to plant 10 plants. ಓಕೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಮರವನ್ನು ಕಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪರ್ಯಾಯವಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದು 10 ಗಿಡಗಳನ್ನಾದರೂ ಸಹ ಹಾಕೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಾವು ಬದುಕಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೋಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಫಾರ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್, ನಾವು ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳನ್ನು ಸಹ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡುಗೆಯಾಗಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಉಳಿಸಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಆದ್ಯ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅವರ್ duty that we have to save and give all